Hello there everybody, this is Yoshi here, and today, let's play Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus on the PS2. Yeah, try saying that 3 times fast. Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Okay, that actually wasn't as hard as I thought it'd be. Anyways, yeah, we're playing this awesome 3D platformer on the PS2. I just love this game. I'm actually very new to the Sly series. I just started playing them last year when I picked up the Sly collection on PS3, but good lord, these games are a lot of fun. I honestly wish I had found them earlier. Now that was an awesome intro. So if you're not familiar with the Sly Cooper series, basically this is a stealth platforming 3D platform type of style of game that's really fun and really awesome. Very different from your typical Marios and your Sonics and all that. I guess you could say it's kind of comparable to Ratchet and Clank, maybe Jak and Daxter, though I've never actually played the Jak series. I really need to get on that eventually. But yeah, it's a pretty awesome series. Like I said, I'm very new to this. I just started playing it last year on the Sly collection, but I love this game enough to definitely LP it right away, so that's what we're going to do. So let's get into it, shall we?
Sly! Come in! Sly! Do you read me?
Yeah, I read you. Loud and very loud.
Sorry, I'm a little nervous. Trying to break into police headquarters does that.
Get over it, Bentley. You're safe in the van. I'm the thief here. I've got to steal that file from Inspector Carmelita Fox.
Well, count on me to be your eyes and ears, buddy. Got their security system totally scoped. To get inside, you're gonna have to go through that air vent.
All right, I'm going in.
And don't forget you got me at the wheel, Sly. All you gotta do is grab the file and get back to the van. We'll do the rest.
Just keep that engine running, Murray. I'll be down in no time.
Yeah, you got it. We'll be in and out, just like that. It won't be so bad. And if you're wondering why I'm looking through my Binocucom right now, that's what it's called, by the way. It's because I forgot that R1 in the original game does not make you run. It breaks out the Binocucom. I actually finished Sly 3 just before I started recording this, so unfortunately I do have a few moments like that where I've accidentally confused the controls. So I do apologize for that in advance, but other than that, this should be a pretty fantastic playthrough.
Hey, Bentley, I think I'm seeing things. Must be vertigo or something. Can you see those crazy blue lights?
Really? I've read about this. Master raccoon thieves are able to sense thieving opportunities, which manifest themselves as unexplainable blue auras. According to my research, all you have to do is get near them and hold down the circle button, and you should perform a super sneaky master thief move.
Hold down the circle button near blue auras. I'm on it.
So you might be wondering why Sly's head was moving around so much in that cutscene. That was me. During those cutscenes like that, you can move the control stick around, the right control stick, and then his head will move around. I think you can do that with Murray and Bentley too. In fact, I think that's what happened with the first one. I was just trying to loosen up my left stick because for some reason my left stick was kind of, what's the word, sticky? I have no idea why it was. I was just trying to loosen it up before I got into it. And you saw his head rocking around there, so I think that's what happened, but I can't confirm that. And obviously we're getting more dialogue from Bentley, but I'm just going to talk over that because, you know, it's just intro stuff. And you guys can read it just fine, so yeah, at least I hope you can read it just fine. Can you read it just fine? I hope so. Alright, so looks like we need to get into Carmelita's office. So the door is locked, but there's a window here, so yeah, let's just sneak over here. I have no idea why she left her window open, but that's okay. Now I'm going to go and destroy these things so I can get some more coins, because coins are good, don't you know? Coins can get you extra life in this game, as well as something else that we'll be talking about later, but for now, we're just going to focus on smashing things up and grabbing that file we need. So, yeah. Let's go and smash that. There we go. Smash that bottle, and let's go.
Way to go, Sly! This is where Inspector Carmelita Fox stashes all her important files. I hacked into the police security mainframe and discovered this vault's combo. Try dialing in 937.
Easy enough, so put 937 and there we go. Presto. There's the file we need. Sweet.
Nice job! You got it! If you come down through the fire escape and head through the parking lot, we'll be waiting in the getaway van.
Alright, sounds good. Let's get out here before any police officers show up. Man, it would really suck if a police officer just showed up out of nowhere, or if one was waiting outside for... I just jinxed it, didn't I? Gosh darn it.
Criminal! You foolish raccoon. I've caught you red-handed.
Ah, Carmelita. I haven't seen you since I gave you the slip in Bombay.
Which reminds me, you need to return the Firestone of India to its rightful owners.
And I was gonna give it to you as a little token of my... Hey, you know, that bazooka really brings out the color of your eyes. Very fetching.
You think? This pistol packs a paralyzing punch. You ought to try it. Might snap you out of your crime spree.
And give up our little rendezvous?
Plenty of time for that once you're safely behind bars.
Love to stick around and chat, but I just dropped by to pick up this case file. I think you've had it long enough.
Oh crap, time to go, let's go. Oh my gosh, she ain't playing around. Can I just say real quick, I love the dialogue between Sly and Carmelita. They definitely have the most awesome dialogue throughout the entire series, in my opinion. I just love these two, they're great. So, good news is, since this is just a tutorial, she's not actually aiming too hard at us, so it's pretty easy to avoid all her shots. So, let's get out of here, shall we? And another cutscene.
You can't escape me, raccoon!
I just did. Just saying.
Once again, my gang and I had given Inspector Carmelita Fox the slip. I was surprised to see how well she took it. Finally, the secret police file I'd been searching for all these years. With this, I could avenge my family and regain possession of our most valued treasure. It all began when I was just a kid, bouncing on my father's knee. You see, I come from a long line of master thieves who kept all their secrets of sneaking and stealing in an ancient book. The Thievius Raccoonus. Anyone who read it learned to be especially sneaky, which is why we specialize in stealing from criminals. After all, there's no honor, no challenge, no fun stealing from ordinary people. You rip off a master criminal, and you know you're a master thief. Well, on the night I was supposed to inherit the book, 5 visitors came unannounced to our door. My father fought to protect us, but the gang of villains known as the Fiendish Five overpowered him and ransacked our house until they found the Thievius Raccoonus. Our family's manual of thieving greatness fell into their filthy hands. They tore the book into 5 pieces and split it up, each villain disappearing to the farthest corners of the world to commit dastardly crimes. Broken alone, I was dumped at the town orphanage. There I met 2 guys who became my lifelong buddies and trusted crew. Bentley, techno genius and strategist supreme, and Murray, part-time driver and full-time burden. Together we pledged to track down the Fiendish Five, avenge my father, and steal back the Thievius Raccoonus. I knew I was about to face the toughest test of my life. On this mission, I would either become a master thief like my ancestors before me, or fail and allow my family name to bite the dust.
That was a nice piece of work back there at police headquarters, Sly. Come see me if you want to check out any of your old movies. I've got them all here on my computer. Use the left analog stick to move around the hideout and the X button to select things.
You got it. Thanks, Bentley.
I've already plotted a route to our first target.
How are you talking without moving your mouth? So yeah, that's the plot. Basically, the Thievius Raccoonus was stolen from Sly, and now he's just trying to get it back, so... It works. It's not the greatest story ever, but definitely the sequels have some good stories to them. And yes, I would love one, but you're a video game character, so I can't exactly get one, unfortunately. Yeah, well, thanks for the offer, though, Murray. Alright, let's get on to the first mission, shall we?
The road trip gave me the time I needed to study up on Sir Raleigh the Frog. As a young man, this hot-tempered frog grew bored of his life of luxury and privilege. On a whim, he tried his hand at a bit of piracy and found it to his liking. Raleigh, who quickly became addicted to crime, was brought into the Fiendish Five as chief machinist, where his evil tinkering genius rose to new heights. The last reported sighting of this mad machinist was off the soggy coast of the Isle o' Wrath, a small island uncomfortably situated in the middle of a perilous Welsh triangle.
At least it's not the Bermuda Triangle, right? I don't know why I was having so much trouble pronouncing that word. Anyway, Sly Cooper in Tide of Terror. So that's one cool thing about this series is every level or world is always, kind of like an episode of a TV show. Speaking of which, are we ever going to get that Sly TV show or that Sly movie, Sony? I would appreciate that. Because this series has a lot of potential that you aren't using, gosh darn. We want Sly 5! Anyways, I'm going to destroy this keep out sign because how dare you try to keep me out, stupid sign! Alright, so in this part we're going to start talking about the gameplay.
Hey, Sly! I just spotted something that's going to complicate the mission. See that nasty-looking gate? It blocks the only road leading into Raleigh's hideout.
No problem. I'll just use my climb move.
Okay, but remember, you can only climb on certain objects, like pipes and ropes.
Yeah, sure, and like that ladder there?
That is correct, but do not forget, Sly. You have to get close.
Then hit the circle button to grab it. Yeah. Relax, Bentley. I live for this stuff.
Yeah, and that's what worries me.
So yeah, you can already tell that Bentley's kind of like that worried genius guy and whatnot, and Murray's kind of the lovable oaf and whatnot. At least in this game. In the sequel, he'd be a little bit different, but we'll talk about the sequels when we get to them. Anyway, so yeah, Bentley's just going to explain the clue bottles for us real quick, and we'll see what they do at the end of this level. But let's go and talk about the gameplay, shall we? So as you can already tell, Sly is a 3D platforming game with a lot of stealth elements to it, like those lasers I had to dodge in the intro of the game. There's some searchlights over there you want to avoid. Basically, you want to try to stay hidden as much as possible, because if you get caught by one of those, you'll set off an alarm. And real quick, just going to check the options. Darn it, I cannot change the inverted controls. Or whatever it's called. I don't remember what it's called. Basically, it's the controls that make it so that up is down and down is up whenever you're using like a cursor or something like that. And I absolutely hate that, alright? They have the ability to change that in the Sly collection so that you can make up and down and whatnot, but unfortunately in the original version they don't have that, so that kind of sucks, but oh well. If you're wondering why I'm playing the PS2 version instead of the trilogy version on PS3, for some reason I couldn't get my PS3 to work with my capture device. I don't know what was up with it, but whatever the case, I do own the PS2 version too, so I'm going to go and play it on this. This will be my first time playing the PS2 version, and after looking up the Sly Wiki too, they actually did point out quite a few differences. Apparently, there's some music desync in the trilogy version. I cannot talk today for some reason, and a few other things. So it does look like the PS2 version's the overall better version, but anyways, we'll resume talking about the gameplay in just a sec.
Hold on, Sly. See those searchlights? One careless step and you'll be subjected to acute combustion.
You done whining? Let's go.
I'm just trying to keep you alive, partner. Fortunately for you, I launched these signal repeaters throughout Raleigh's fortress. Get close to one and I can checkpoint your progress.
Nice.
So basically those are the checkpoints. So, yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, if you L1, by the way, you can get the dialogue again, but I was actually trying to bring up my Binocucom, which is R1, so there we go. So we can see the searchlights up there, and we can see the enemy over there, so like I mentioned before, this is a 3D platformer, and it does have some stealth elements, because you don't want to be seen by those searchlights, because the alarm will go off, that guard will know I'm here, and he'll try to attack me, or, you know, if I get caught by the light again, then they'll have a laser or something attack me, and that'll kill me instantly, because unfortunately right now Sly can only take one hit. In the sequels he'd get a life bar, but in this one it's one hit kills galore, unless you have a little something that we'll talk about in the next part when I actually get the chance to show it off, and when Bentley talks about it too. So yeah.
According to my amphibio positioning system, that big blimp is where Raleigh is hiding out.
You know, that blimp looks more like a machine than a hideout.
You're right, Sly. That is a storm machine. It's the reason why it never stops raining around here.
That explains all the wrecked ships.
But why would Raleigh want bad weather at his own hideout 24/7?
Beats me. But rain or shine, I'm gonna steal my family's book back. And if Raleigh gets in my way, it's on.
So the controls are pretty simple. If you hit the X button, you can jump. If you hit again, you can do a double jump. Square button swings the cane around, and like they've already shown off quite a bit, if you hit the circle button around spots with blue dots, you can do some cool sneaky moves like sliding across walls and grabbing onto hooks, as you'll be seeing in just a moment. You can also grab onto ladders and whatnot. Basically, the circle button is your tool to keep doing all your cool stealthy moves and whatnot, so pretty cool. It's not like, you know, Metal Gear Solid where you gotta hide in a cardboard box or anything like that, although that would be a cool feature. So, yeah. Of course, I've never actually played a Metal Gear Solid game. Does that even happen, or is that just a Super Smash Bros. Thing? I'm curious now.
Nice job so far, Sly. To get over the next gate, you'll need to grab onto this hook using your cane. Just jump and hit the circle button.
Got it. Jump and hit the circle button to grab onto hooks.
So yeah, pretty simple. Just jump, hit circle, there you go. So the controls are definitely very, very easy. Like, this is an easy game for anyone to pick up and play, I find. I mean, maybe not my grandmother, or someone that don't really play video games, but for anybody that's decently familiar with platformers and whatnot, I feel they'd be able to pick this up and play it no problem, so that's pretty fantastic. Even a newcomer could probably get this. Like, the little kid version of me probably would have loved this game if I could have found that Blockbuster. Never did, though. So I never got to try it out once when I was a kid, which, yes, does make me very sad, but it is nice to finally get to play it now, because I have grown to love this series quite a bit, quite quickly. I haven't played the fourth game yet, but I have played the entire trilogy. Not sure which one I'd say is my favorite. Probably either the first one or the third one, but I don't know, maybe two. I don't know. Alright, so we almost got 100 coins, so we'll be getting a little something that I won't have for very long. Spoiler alert. So I'm not going to bother explaining it till next part. Ooh, a horseshoe. I wonder what that's for. Again, I will be going into more details about it next part, so yeah, just ignore it for now. And like Bentley's explaining now, there's the vaults that the clue bottles are used for, so if we can get all the clues, then we can open up the vault. Otherwise, we can't. And we do want to open up that vault. Don't worry, I'm going to be opening all the vault, getting all the clue bottles in the game, so don't worry about that. This won't be a 100% playthrough, but we will be getting everything that I can get, so all the clue bottles and whatnot, all the moves and whatnot. Because, spoiler alert, in that vault, there is something we want. Something that has to do with the Thievius Raccoonus that might teach us something, so yeah, we definitely want in there. Let's go and jump over here, get these last two bottles.
You found it, Sly! That's the final clue to crack the code! Now find that vault, and I'll give you the instructions to open it!
Bentley, I already found the vault. You talked to me about it earlier, remember?
The clues have led me to believe that the code for this vault is 792.
Yeah, it's put in 792, and what will we find?
Sly, you found a page from the Thievius Raccoonus. This page teaches old Drake Cooper's fast attack dive move. Press the triangle button to use it.
So now we got a pretty cool new dive attack, so that's where the triangle button comes into play. So there's a pretty good amount of moves in this game, and I do like the way of unlocking them in this game over the sequels, I will say that much right now. But anyways, let's grab this treasure key, and yeah, that's the end of this level. So the first level was just the intro, now we finished the first actual level, so we're going to go and unlock this gate, and that'll be the end of this part. So sorry this went on a little bit longer than my usual videos, but I just want to get all the tutorial stuff out of the way. So yeah. Anyways, folks, that's going to do it for me. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next part. Later.